Warning! The Stone Age Gamer podcast includes a lot of bad language. Cover your motherfucking ears.
Love everything about this idea. Good evening and welcome to the Stone Age Gamer podcast. I'm Kris Randazzo and joining me tonight is the bot the ladies call Toppy, Dan Ryan.
Oh man, I wasn't sure where you were going, but I was gonna throw that in. Like, you can call me Toppy. Like, oh, can I? Awesome.
Got all a flutter. All aboard the SAG Cartoon Express. This week we watched a classic episode of the Mega Man cartoon. What exactly is the point of a robot college? Don't need any mind-controlled chips because the Stone Age Gamer podcast starts now. Hi, everyone. This is episode 608. It's the week of March 6th, 2026, and welcome. For anyone new here, this is the official podcast of StoneAgeGamer.com. Dan and I talk every week about the Golden Girls and what's happening in the world of video games from a retro gamer's perspective, as well as whatever the heck else is going on in our lives. Speaking of which, what is Dean posting about in the Discord now?
Fuck Dean. What a prick.
I don't want to.
I mean, I don't not want to. Okay, like, let's just get that out there. I'm not actively gunning for it, but, you know.
Oh, okay,
maybe.
He's talking about, we're going to talk about that a bit more in week old news. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I have thoughts.
Is it more Golden Girls content?
No,
really
but I got to tell
about.
you, I'm really hoping that there is a crossover episode with the Golden Girls in this new God of War TV series.
Yeah, I mean, it's not fair.
We'll get to it. We'll get there. We'll get there. How you doing, Dan? What's new and exciting in the world of Dan?
I mean, I'm fine. You know, this was a long week. This was a difficult week. Yeah. There was like, it's so funny because the last snow that we got was here for up until this
5 weeks
current snow, and then we got a blizzard this past week with like another 2 feet of snow, and most of it's gone.
Yeah, see, this is how I remember. Like, this snowstorm reminded me a lot of, like, you know, snowstorms when we were kids. This winter has been like when we were
very
kids.
similar.
You know, it would snow periodically. You'd always get a chance to go sledding every year. And then for years, we just didn't have anything. I was just happy as a clam during this blizzard. I was so happy. I went out there and shoveled for 2 hours and then another 2 hours throughout the course of the day to just kind of keep on top of it this time. And it was hard work, and my arms were sore for most of the week. Also, I got sick, which really sucked. I had this sickness where I was just so tired. Like, it was like cold symptoms, but I was exhausted. I just kept napping every day. And then for the last 2 days, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more myself, but I have been ravenously hungry. Like,
really?
I'm just so freaking hungry. It's out of control. I didn't go to the gym a couple of days this week. Well, obviously during the blizzard, I didn't go because I wasn't trudging over to the gym in that. Plus, I had all that shoveling to do. But yeah, and then the kids were off school on Monday and Tuesday, so they were just they called it on Sunday. They were like, "Yeah, we're calling Monday and Tuesday for this." Like, no way.
I mean, and did they need it? Like, was that a good call?
I think it was because we don't have buses in Absecon, so like everyone's got to drive their kids to school, and also everyone's got to drive their kids to this school that is not designed to not have buses. Like, this school was physically designed to have buses. There are bus loops, et cetera, but we don't do that. So it's just cars constantly, always just traffic jam. It's a disaster, and when there's snow.
Did they used to have buses?
I have to assume at some point they did, but they certainly we don't now. And there are some buses for some things, but the vast majority of the kids in the elementary and the middle school, there's just no busing in Absecon. So, you know, there's just lines of cars all over the place, and they've kind of like dug out dirt roads to kind of help alleviate some of this stuff. But the one main dirt road that they kind of created for this didn't get plowed. So
because why would you?
Because why would you? Yeah. One half of this has just been, it was just a complete and utter shit show this week, which was hilarious. I got to avoid most of it, but when there's snow, you know, it encroaches on the road, and the roads are already not quite wide enough to handle the insane amount of people that are picking up their kids after school. Okay. So, and when you've got, you know, a bunch of soccer moms driving fuck you SUVs that are just astronomical, gigantic pickup trucks and SUVs.
Yeah, for no reason.
Like, for you live, where are you going? We're in Absecon. You gotta cross the tundras of the highlands of Absecon? Maybe. What are you doing?
Maybe. But maybe they're going out in the fucking Pineys looking for for Jimmy Leeds and whoever the fuck.
Who knows? You know? But I do know that when those cars show up, nobody can get past them. Right. Because there's also cars parked all up and down the sides of the roads. And let me just complain about this for a second. Because the morning drop-off loop, the drop-off loop, specifically in the morning, right? This is a perfect metaphor for life.
Okay.
The drop-off loop should work just fine, right?
Should.
You go there, you drop off your kid, and then you keep moving. You go, and you know there's enough room to get around on the left. So if you want to drop your kid off further, like because the two schools are next to each other, the middle school and the elementary school are connected. You can go drop off the middle school. If you're going to the elementary, you can just drive past them. There's a way to make this work, and that way is everybody works together.
But that way
everybody in the morning
don't be a fucking asshole.
100% fuck you. I have places to be. 100%. I have been stuck in the drop-off loop, right? I'll drop off John, and I've got to get like 30 feet up to drop off Ellie, and I have been stuck for up to 15 solid minutes of nobody letting me out. I'll sit there with my blinker on, and anytime I'm there and somebody turns on their blinker, like they just dropped off their kid, it's time for them to get out, I always stop and let them go.
Of course.
And it costs me nothing, because that's what keeps everything moving.
Right.
And if this entire country worked that way, if we could just all work together, everything would work. But we can't. And
because those people over there should be ashamed.
It's insane how mean everyone is, and they've all got like wonderful bumper stickers about peace and Jesus, and they're just like, nope, I will not yield to let you out because you dropped your kid off. I have to get where I'm going. But you're going to get there. Everyone will get where they're going. It goes so much faster.
But somebody see, here's what you don't understand though, Kris, because and this is how selfish you are. Okay, you fucking prick. You're a real asshole. You're out here telling other people. Somebody might get there before that person. Somebody might be there before them. And haven't you never even thought about that possibility, you prick?
No, I don't care. I just want to drop off my kids and go. It's astounding
I see it.
To me.
I see it in Philly.
Nobody lets anyone do anything. And why? Just, we're all here doing the same thing. The only thing anyone's here to do is drop off their kids and get out of Dodge as quickly as possible. And if you just let, like, everybody's trying to do the same thing. So why not just be nice? Just be nice.
When I drive into Philly in the morning, when I go over the bridge, go around a loop, right? So the bridge is usually like 3 lanes in the morning. 3 lanes going into Philly, sometimes 4, sometimes 2, depending on when you're going. They switch it up and they have like the mobile divider and whatever.
For fun.
Yeah, because, fuck it, whatever.
Just to see what happens.
Where's it going to be? We're on the left today. Oh, fuck, we're over here. Okay, that's fine. Everybody just goes. But it goes from like 3 lanes into 6, right? And then it splits to where you can stay on the highway, or you can go like into Center City, and like, if you're heading towards Broad Street, or if you're heading to the museum or the fucking Franklin Institute or whatever. Now, most people are going to stay on the highway. So there's often 6,000 cars waiting to get on the highway. And there's like 5 cars that are waiting to go like into the city proper. And you go under an overpass, and then there's a little spot where you could, if you were a prick, not something I would ever do every morning when I drive into the city, but if you were an asshole, you could go around, and then when the light turns green, you and everybody else that's over here could floor it to cut way back over right in front of everybody to get back onto the highway. That is a thing you could do if you were an asshole.
And having been to Philadelphia, I suspect that's a common occurrence.
All the fucking time, man. Like, there is no, like, I had my blinker on. It's like, you had your blinker? Okay, and? Fuck you.
I don't give a shit.
I don't give the tiniest of shits.
Not
you
a
are
solitary
nothing to me.
Of shits.
You are less than nothing.
You are the scrapings on the bottom of my boot.
Okay. You are Dan, the force field around my robot school.
Oh, boy. It's time to get to work, sir. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Let's board the SAG Cartoon Express. This time, we are stopping at Mega Man, Season 2, Episode 9, Campus Commandos. Not their finest work.
Dude, so this was so fucking bad.
This was pretty bad, and, like, I don't recall this show being that bad. The last episode we watched wasn't this bad. But this was pretty bad. This was not great. It originally
proportions
aired... we'll get there.
Insane.
Especially with Gutsman. It originally aired November 5th, 1995. This is about the synopsis on IMDb is Dr. Light creates a college-to-school robots to teach them of his newest invention, an anti-gravity device. Dr. Wily, on the other hand, decides he wants the device for himself and attacks the school, reprogramming many of the students. That is the kindest description. That is... So you made the robots, and then you made a school so they could do something other than be the robots you designed them to be. He talks in the episode about reprogramming the robots. All he has to do anything with these robots is program to do what he wants. But no, he builds an entire college with robot cheerleaders and what?
The really, really overtly racist karate robot.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
It looks like Akira from Virtua Fighter 1. And he just talks with this super racist accent. Like, wait a minute, you programmed a robot to talk like this on purpose. What are you doing?
You programmed the robot to do fucking ancient Chinese secret, dude. Like, that's what you fucking did. That shit was insanity. Absolute fucking insanity.
The quarterback robot was Quarterbot.
Quarterbot, yeah.
Why are we watching robots play football? Wouldn't they all be playing at like maximum efficiency? Like,
no, they gotta practice.
But I feel like so much was okay. All right, so as we go along, one of the earliest things that bothered me about this was how in the world we're in season 2 of this show. Yeah. How is Wily surprised to see Mega Man there?
That was what Tiff said as we're watching it. She's like, oh, I attacked him at his house, and he was fucking home. Who would have thought? What a bunch of shit.
What a surprise.
Whoa, you keep surprising me. And like, he should...
The leaps of logic in this were like, what?
Proto Man shoots Mega... So, Mega Man is flying in at fucking Wily's dick ship or whatever it is. It's a skull, I guess. I don't know. It's very fucking phallic. It's not at all, but I just...
It's not at all.
You know.
What kind of dicks are you looking at? kind of dicks you got in your man cave there, Dan?
That's right. Don't you judge my man cave. He's fucking flying in, and he gets shot, and somehow shooting him propels him at fucking ludicrous speed to the other side of Wily's ship, to where Mega Man is now cramping onto the back of it. He's fucking he's up there scrambling.
The roof.
What?
He's scrambling, but then when he stands up, he's fine because he just blasts a hole in the roof.
Yeah,
and he's just like, I got a shitty one-liner.
So fucked up.
So Top Man shows up, right? Oh, we can't get in here because of this force field, but Top Man's already there.
Yeah. Well, like,
he's
hold on.
Double agent.
Time out, though. Like, Dr. Light is like, oh, fuck. Wily attacks again. Guess I should put the force field up now. Like, fucking start with that.
You had this the whole time?
Why would you ever turn it
off?
You had this the whole time, and you didn't. Student safety is our number one priority at Kris.
It's a robot school. All they have to do is be rebuilt and reprogrammed. They're totally disposable.
It's like, oh, well, now that Wily did the most Wily shit ever, he's so fucking predictable.
Look, I don't blame Dr. Light for not understanding Wily's plan, because I don't understand Wily's plan. I'm going to get the gravity beam so that I can lift City Hall.
Right. Because that's where the government happens. Only there.
If he physically has City Hall floating in the sky, he now runs the city. And why does he want control of the city? What does he want that for? What is Dr. Wily going to do? Like,
infrastructure week?
Taxes?
Obviously.
What is he going to do?
High-speed rail?
None of this makes sense. There's nothing in this made sense.
No, it was so bad. So I'm sorry.
Man.
I interrupted you with Toppy showing up.
Top Man shows up, and like, I'm glad to see that they programmed heterosexuality as God intended into these robots.
Exactly. Thank you. I like my robot with tits to want the robot with dick. That's what I want out of my
Presumably.
show.
Right? Allegedly. We don't know for sure what's going on in Top Man's metal anatomy, but
in Top
she
Man's
sure got
bottom?
a little hot and bothered by him saying call me Toppy, and his big, deep, sexy voice, and she was like, boy, Roll just fell for him instantly.
Man.
Like, wow.
She was fucking, it was hard. It was quick. It was sad.
Yeah.
Almost like,
she's a very lonely robot. You should not have programmed her that way.
Like, boys don't like that role. We don't like the desperation. It smells. It's not cool. Some
not
of
for
us
nothing.
like it. But
Rush is a terrible cheerleader, right? Rush is just bad at this. But then we transition into lunchtime, and we get into the entire ecosystem of robots that eat plasma shakes and
For our audio only listeners, Kris almost pulled a fucking Kermit the Frog Muppet face where he almost pulled in on himself and started shaking.
This is not how any of this works. Like, no. Look, I'm not a robotics expert, but I feel like giving them digestive systems is not really what you do. This isn't the way this is supposed to work.
I'm not a robotics expert, but I know for damn fucking sure they don't eat. I am positive of that.
You gotta make sure the plasma shake tastes good. Oh boy. Before we get to the kitchen, because I love the kitchen, I do have to point out that Snake Man shot Search Snake at Mega Man, and this cartoon wishes Search Snake was ever that good. That was more effective than that weapon ever is in the game.
Yeah.
It still didn't do shit, but anyway, you were saying.
So Top Man gets the whole plot, right? Why is Top Man there fucking just talking the robot britches off a roll, right? It's so that he can get her passcode to get into. He has to get her ID card because Dr. Light says that the only way, I got to turn the fucking force field on now, and the only way you guys can get in is with your robot IDs, right? Not the fact that you're robots and I can just program the fucking the code into your fucking dick or whatever. It's just you gotta have a card. So Top Man shows up and super subtle, like puts the card behind his back for absolutely no reason.
And where was he keeping this device?
In his ass, obviously. But then they hatch a plan, and they know about this plan because they have a live feed into wherever the fuck Dr. Light is at all times, which is even more surprising that they get surprised at times. But they then decide that Gutsman and Snakeman and Cutsman, they're all going to sneak into the college now that they have the IDs, but they don't disguise themselves at all as they are walking in.
Nope, not at all.
Notoriously Cutman-shaped Cutman. It doesn't even go for like
they
Steve
just saunter
Cutman.
Right on in
He's just like, swipe, how do you do, fellow kids? And it works.
No, but they do put on costumes when they pretend to be the lunch ladies. But that's only after they get rid of presumably the French robot chef, because of course the robot chef is French.
That's right. Dr. Light is a fucking racist piece of shit.
He programmed Punch-Out. He's nothing but stereotypes. So Cutman and Gutsman, right? Because Mega Man just fucking wrecks Snake Man.
Oh yeah.
But Cutman and Gutsman are dishing out the food, and their only costume is a hat.
Yeah, that's right.
Basically a black fez on top of both of their heads, and everyone, including Roll, we're in season 2 of this show, and they're in pretty much every episode, including Roll, just takes food from them, no questions asked.
No questions asked.
None at
Gutsman
all.
is a fucking giant asshole, and she just walks right by.
Extremely recognizable robots that are brightly colored, that look nothing like the French chef that's supposed to be there. And, of course, they grab the food that has mind control chips in it, but like...
Mind control microchips.
During the battle?
How does that work?
I don't know, but during the little battle, when like half of them get mind controlled, Roll goes to do something, and her little arm cannon thing turns into a toaster.
Yeah.
And then nothing happens. I want to know what her plan was.
To be a woman, Kris. She was just showing, in case any of this goes poorly, I want you all to know that I am a woman robot. Did she already have
toast in the toaster? Like, does she have bread in her arms at all times, just in case she needs to make toast and shoot toast at robots? What?
Yeah, no. What was weird, right? So what was weird? Tiff looked at me and she was like, why does she have a toaster, right? And then later she was like, why is she a maid? Like we had never, I guess, talked about. And I was like, well, yeah, Roll is a cleaning robot. And she fucking looked at me and she was like, the fucking girl in your favorite franchise is a fucking maid? Are you fucking sick? Like I was like, it was the 80s. I don't know. What do you want from me?
Well, Rock was also a house helper. Like, that's the dumb shit. It was Rock and Roll, and they were both housekeeping robots.
Sure, but then he became the hero, and she continued to be a sex bot.
And
make no mistake. I was surprised that she was surprised. I was like, that's what she does.
I mean, they've given Roll opportunities to do other things in the comics and the games, sort of, but by and large, yeah, she's just a maid.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
this is not how
to eat
Gears
the microchips until Rush.
All right, Rush jumps in and stops one table from eating chips.
Just one. The football player. So there's not a lot of students at this school. I'm wondering what the old racists fucking recruitment drive was like. Because, like...
What recruitment? He just built the robots to fill up in his robot school. He didn't build very many. He just built them to play football and go to college.
When he's doing the fucking commencement address or whatever. Not commencement, that's the fucking end. When he's opening the school, they have a big fucking wide shot of like this big open field with like 7 robots in it. And it's like, oh man, maybe don't put that on the flyers. Don't send it out like that if you want more robots to show up to your robot school. I'm like, oh, this place sucks. Nobody was there.
So they capture them, right? The mind control robots, they don't blow them up.
No.
For reasons unknown. They capture them and bring them to some room that's full of gears that was clearly designed by somebody that has no idea how gears work. Because the thing about gears...
One's going super fast.
That they're supposed... They interconnect. Slow. Gears interconnect. These gears do not touch each other at any point. They're just, here's 2 gears that are near one another, and so that you could tie Mega Man and he would rotate past the gear. Because he wasn't going to get crushed. There was like 4 feet between the gears.
He was going to be mildly inconvenienced for a little bit. Like, oh, this sucks. I'm upside down.
Even more than that. Because, that was pissing me off at first. But then I thought to myself, wait a second. Because he broke out of the ropes by zapping his arm cannon that he was out of plasma, because apparently he can run out of ammo. Right?
Apparently.
So he zaps...
In this episode...
He zaps the ropes somehow, just by zippy zapping his arm cannon. It makes the ropes disappear. What were these ropes made of? He's Mega Man. He's a rope that later in the episode he just kicks down this giant 4 foot thick metal door like it's nothing. What were these ropes made out of? Because they just looked like rope.
They were just rope.
They were just even better. How does that work? But then he leaves instead of untying them. He goes this whole complicated process to stop the gears. Like, no, just get them out of it.
Pull rope. Fucking done. It was. He runs out, jumps up to the top of a giant fuck off clock tower like in Back to the Future. Fucking swings the time back down. As if it wouldn't, that wouldn't fucking, what do you do? He fucking... It was so very Austin Powers. I have a gun in my room. I'll go get it. What are we doing? What the fuck?
It was amazing.
And, so... The proportion's really bad in this episode. The art, which is usually a high point of this show, right?
I wouldn't say a high point, but it's usually pretty solid. But in this one, they couldn't even figure out if his hands were flesh or blue.
All the fucking cartoons we've watched, the art is a high point on Mega Man.
I don't know. Donkey Kong Country's pretty good looking. Damn.
How fucking dare you? How dare you? So the proportions were really, really bad in this episode. At one point, as Mega Man is laying on the fucking gears, right? He goes in front of the other gear that would theoretically crush him. He's going back, and that one just comes, and his head just kind of passes by it, and we're like, fuck it. It's going out that way. It's fine. No one cares.
Oh, but what of Gutsman? So he's there, and there's the scientist robots. And there's the scientist robots, and Gutsman picks one of them up. So, his hand is, the size of the thing's entire body, but then he puts him down in front of him.
By the head.
He picks them up, and then, when he puts them down in front of him, they're approximately the same size.
Yeah. It was fucking wild.
Wow.
It was fucking wild.
Absolutely. I wrote, the perspective size with Gutsman picking up these scientist bots is hilarious.
Yeah. But we're about to get to what I believe to be possibly the most out-of-pocket, egregious shit that I have seen in any fucking televised piece of entertainment ever.
Okay, I'm very curious where you're going, because I have a couple more notes. I know Eddie shows up, and he's green for some reason, because he was always green. He's always green in this show. I don't know why. And I don't know why I don't know why Dr. Light programs robots to talk like this. Like,
because he's a racist, fucking ageist, ableist fucking twat.
I mean, even think about Rush, right? Rush can kind of Scooby-Doo talk. He's a robot. Just let him talk.
Yeah, just let him talk.
Why would you program him to talk in a way that no one can understand, like a dog trying to talk? But I know that he said tackle bots, but it sounded like taco bots, and that made me really happy. In the next scene, somebody said tackle bots, and I was like, did you say taco bots?
Taco bots? I'm fucking in.
I'm in. Now, here's what I found egregious, right? This show loves bad puns.
Yeah.
Now, Snake Man is running over, and he shoots that giant planet globe thing that's on top of the college for reasons unknown.
Yeah.
And it falls down on top of Snake Man, and nobody bothers to say anything about how Snake Man has the weight of the world on his shoulders. Nobody can be bothered.
No.
Now, I'm assuming that your problem is not with Cutman as well?
Oh, it is with Cutman.
Okay, talk to me about what your problem with this next scene is.
Cutman, the logging robot.
He was literally created as a timber-felling robot.
To cut fucking trees!
That is his entire purpose of his existence.
This whole fucking thing is not to be some Igor pastiche. No. He is designed to cut fucking trees, and he gets caught under a fucking tree!
He didn't even need to use his hands. He's got one right on his head. He could have just looked at it and said, goodbye, tree.
He also could have taken a step to the left.
He could have done that, too. He's a robot.
Right.
You'd think he'd
Either way would have been fine. But no, the fucking logging robot is captured by a tree falling on him. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, that was
holy shit.
I thought that perhaps you were going to talk about the hang gliding situation that came out of nowhere, which was pretty out there. But no, I'm 100% with you.
Yeah.
Cutman, the tree thing, I was just like, Cutman's job is cutting down trees.
It's cutting trees. It's cutting fucking trees. That's his whole fucking purpose.
Outstanding.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Stealth detection lenses. They're flying around.
I was so angry.
Did I miss something with the hang glider? Like, all of a sudden, Roll is on a hang glider. And I'm like, what is happening? And then Mega Man's got one, too. And Proto Man, who it is really off-putting when they refer to him as Mega and Proto. Like,
yeah, I don't care for that.
Proto. Not into that. But the hang glider, so he's got a jetpack. So basically, at any point, these robots could just be flying all the time.
They could, yes.
But
they could.
It's just reserved for this episode with hang gliders. And how strong a hang glider does it have to be to hold a robot? Like, Mega Man weighs a lot. He's a robot. None of this makes sense.
Yeah.
None of this makes sense. That was really it. Other than, like, talking about City Hall, and then really it just occurring to me, why do they need a college if the robots can just be programmed with the knowledge?
Well, because you got to send the robots to college so that they can have free will. Because yes, I don't know.
Do all of these robots have free will? I feel like they don't, because Dr. Light keeps programming them with stuff.
He does.
This was astoundingly bad.
It was. I was so, like, the whole time I'm watching it with Tiff, right? And she keeps looking at me like, what the actual fuck is going on? And I just kept looking over and I was like, this show, it's not this all the time. It's not.
No, it's not. It's usually pretty okay. And this was not that.
This was bad.
Very not pretty okay. This was
not very Cash Money. If I could be so bold, if you'll allow me to be frank, this was not very Cash Money of them.
No, not so much. This was terrible. This was bad stuff. So, I mean, obviously ranking this is going to be easy so far. We only have Super Mario World Rock TV, and
yeah,
does this go below Rock TV?
I mean, I think it Cut Man.
Yeah,
is
Cut
felled
Man in the
by
tree.
A fucking tree.
Yeah, it's as bad as Rock TV was, it did have that one joke that you seem to like, and this one did not have...
Was it the Vanilla Ice Age or whatever?
The Vanilla Ice Age, yeah. This did not have that, so this is...
It's not funny,
yeah,
but it's funny, you know.
Yeah, this was terrible.
Oh, this was so bad.
All right, well, that was easy. So before we pick our next... before we get to the listener feedback, we want to pick our next episode before we get to the feedback, or do the feedback first?
Do we have?
We do.
Oh yeah, we got a couple. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do the feedback and then
let's do the feedback first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. So, Cartoon Express. Let's go ahead and rewind a little bit here. This was about the Yoshi and the cavemen, and oh boy, so much bad stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if they don't cover the... Let's see. All right. Nobody talked about it until then. Okay, so let's see. Durok Pig says, I watched this the other day, and when Top Man says to roll, you can call me Toppy. Oh boy, did that sound cringy as fuck. With a nickname like that, Toppy might be doing some experimenting during his time there at Robo University. I thought the college angle for robots was kind of strange. Humorous, but strange. Still watchable for sure, but some of the other Mega Man episodes we've seen were better. You are a lot better.
That is a very low fucking bar.
Yeah. P2Mc28 says, okay, I just listened to the whole thing in the background and bro, I've never heard the word used so aggressively, sarcastically, and frequently yet towards an actual brother. That's a good point. Those two were very, yeah. Okay. Amazing Chris Godby. Obligatory mention of how much this theme song totally does rock, man. Well done. IIRC, some of the more game-accurate, well-animated bits in the intro are from an earlier pitch for the series that was based more on the Japanese artwork for the games. I am aware of that. That's very, very cool. Despite how much I love Original Recipe Mega Man, I don't think I've actually watched this series at all in about 30 years. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know it was a video game adaptation as a kid. It wasn't until a few years later when I was chatting with my best friend on the phone, and he mentioned that he was playing Mega Man 6. Considering how many football and cheerleader robots there are in the crowd here, I feel like academics aren't the main focus of Light University. This Kung Fu robot looks like a Virtua Fighter character. I said the same thing. Also, why don't we have a martial arts themed robot master in the games? Maybe Mega Man can get hand-to-hand combo after defeating him. It'd be nice to change from the weapons being projectiles or shields. That's a good point.
That's a good point.
Boy, Rush's voice is, yeah, well said. Meddling Dr. Light. Dude, you're attacking his campus. I don't think Light is the meddler here.
Definitely wasn't.
You can call me Toppy. I don't think I will, thanks. Top Man performing espionage by being a flirt is a neat concept, I think, especially because it seems to have worked.
It does work. It does.
98.6, 3.174, E equals MC squared, hike. That was a cute gag. Yeah, fair enough.
That was fair.
What are you doing in school? I came to teach you a lesson.
That's pretty good. More of that.
How did Roll plan to help out with the toaster hand? Exactly. Too bad my blaster's busted, so that's why it's called the Mega Buster. I'm absolutely fascinated by this show's aesthetic. The main characters are very different from their canon designs, but are still immediately recognizable, while the side characters and most Robot Masters are much more in line with the Capcom designs. The fake Mega Man painted on the wall was kind of a clever payoff to the art student introduced early on. I forgot about the art student thing. Yeah, that was something.
Yeah, that was weird. Here's an androgynous robot with a bowl cut. Definitely an art
You can make a paintbrush show up where his hand would be. It's fantastic. The E-Tank didn't work. A quick Eddie jump on his crotch.
Also effective.
Laughed out loud at the globe falling on Snake Man. Man, it was just so sudden. Top Man still spinning as Roll's plunger picks him was also pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
Since Proto Man can see Mega Man with those goggles, shouldn't he turn the stealth off for the moment? Maybe I missed something, but how does lifting City Hall give Dr. Wily control of the city exactly?
Because that's where the government happens. That's where they do laws.
It may not have been a masterpiece, but I rather liked that. Pretty good animation, decent writing, flawed, cheesy, but fun, and with enough grounding in the source material, I might have to buy the new Blu-ray sets of this. I mean, I'm happy for you. Look, this show is better than this, so yes, get the Blu-ray sets for sure. There's some really cool stuff in this show, absolutely. I did not think this was one of those.
No.
Chronodin. Hoo boy, here we go. My thoughts. I will say this every time we watch this show, the theme song fucking slaps. It absolutely does.
Yes.
To start things off, I'll just leave this right here. He puts a picture of the artist robot.
Yes.
Are every single one of them, mostly football players and cheerleaders, just robots? Sorry, as Dr. Light said, robots.
Robots!
Because he did.
He did say robot.
Not even better up close. He put another picture of the art student with a weird look on his face. Whatever it is, I'm going to nip it in the butt. Oh, I believe the phrase is nip it in the bud.
It is, but also nip it in the butt. In the butt. It's right there. It's right fucking there.
I love these notes are just echoing. Why does Dr. Wily seem surprised that Mega Man is there to stop him as he attacks Dr. Light's new university? That's a great question. Okay, yeah. I love that Dr. Light just turned on a force field and Wily's robots just bumped right into it. Mega drove off Wily, Dr. Light. Mega did no such thing.
He did no such thing.
Now that I've activated my force field, no one can get onto the campus without a computerized student ID card. Gee, I wonder where this plot is going to go.
Very subtle. Nuanced from that point forward.
Name's Top Man, but you can call me Toppy. 1 minute, I throw up in my mouth. I do like that the automatic captions think Roll replied with "Hi, Toffee." I didn't catch it at first, but the karate bot has more of a racist Japanese accent than I realized.
Oh my god, it was so
overt.
Bruce Lee fucking, you must be like water, like a fucking bad imitation of a bad imitation of that fucking clip. It was so horrendous.
Wily's bots are just strolling through campus, not even trying to sneak or hide.
Nope.
Most of the damage to campus is coming from Mega Man's blasts. Take heed, robot. I know karate. I honestly can't decide what this accent is supposed to be. It's half bad Japanese accent, half cowboy accent. I think the chef bot had an Italian accent. It's like the entire theme of the episode is indecipherable racism.
No, if the chef was fucking Italian, Wily would have made him be that fucking Family Guy skit.
Oh my god.
A bibbidi bobbidi, a gobbidi boobity. Like, that's how he would have been fucking doing that. Egabagoo! Like, oh, really? Okay.
He would have been Mario, like, no question. Yeah. Like, Mamma Mia!
Mamma Akabisha! Like, what? What are you doing?
And
sit
now
the
they're
fuck down,
strapped to
Giada. What's wrong with you?
Now they're strapped to these clock tower gears, and this is, I think, the third time that Wily bots could have just blasted Mega Man and killed him right then and there. Cue Dr. Evil's son from Austin Powers. Like,
thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Light is completely oblivious to all the blasting and crashing going on around campus. This is about the anti-gravity machine? Did they mention that earlier?
No.
I'll show you what we do to bots who take unauthorized breaks. Wait, that bot you just grabbed was actively working. These robot slaves need to unionize. Okay, so the paint bot drew Mega Man's picture on the wall to fake them out. but in the one shot that is very clearly a 3-dimensional Mega Man and not a drawing. Yeah, I'm looking. He put a picture of it, and like, yeah, he's got feet that jut out into the scene.
Yes.
I'm on my way to pick it up. The YouTube. Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah. The line in the show was, I'm on my way to pick it up. The YouTube caption was, what's the next move? I'm on my way to Pikachu. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. Jesus Christ, he just murdered Snake Man. Was Mega Man just going to pick up that huge machine and carry it out? Was that his plan? Dr. Wily, you don't kill Mega Man yet. He didn't go bow, wow, wow. He didn't go bow, 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 and break into white globes.
The sound effect.
Oh, the sound effect when he blows up in the... Okay, yep, got it. Sorry, took me a second. Sorry. Get close to Wily without being detected. Good tackle bot loudly blasts bad tackle bots through the wall. Smooth, guys. Jesus Christ, you just murdered Snake Man again. That's the third time this episode Mega Man has needed repair. There's the theme song. Must be time to wrap things up. Does Dr. Wily think that stealing the actual building gives him control of the city at last? Is this like in Aladdin when Jafar wasted a wish just for some salt and clothes and everyone was like, well, guess he's the boss now. Hip, hip, hooray. Yeah, this episode was not great. I'm not sure the last one we watched was all that great either. I'm starting to think maybe this show wasn't actually that good. Still about 1 billion times better than Super Mario World, and the theme song still rules, so it's got that going for it. No, the last one was... It wasn't fantastic. It wasn't high art, but it was solidly entertaining. This was below average for this show for sure.
Cutman is trapped by a tree. Nobody else mentioned that. I submit to you that maybe you don't actually know all that much about Mega Man. You fucking...
Because we both had that in our notes.
100%.
That was 100% problematic.
There was one other thing I wanted to point out. When they were looking for Dr. Light, he was hidden away in the only building on campus that was like not with the rest of it. They're like walking through the woods and Rush goes up and like fucking alerts to the building and they're like, oh, is he in that one? Good boy, Rush. Yeah, he's in the only fucking other building here, Mega Man. You fucking piece of shit. Why is the building so gigantic? Also, or no, the building was so fucking small in that one little clip. Mega Man's like standing way tall over it. It's like a fucking Zoolander clip. How are we going to fit Dr. Light inside? How are we going to teach him to read? Oh my God. This was horrendous. I hated everything about this. I think I like Mega Man a little less now.
Yeah, this was brutal. So let's see what we're going to follow it up with. We're going to go to our wheel of names here. We've got a whole lot of shows left to choose from because we're only in February. We've got a whole lot more stops on the Cartoon Express. So here we go. I'm going to press the button now and see what the wheel lands on. Here we go. The winner is
Wheel of Fish.
Oh boy! The winner is Wing Commander Academy. We didn't do this one yet, have we? I think we didn't do Wing Commander Academy yet.
Didn't. All right. Wasn't it horrendous? We did it last time and the plot
did. Yes, we did.
No fucking sense whatsoever.
Insanity. Yeah, I think you might be right. I actually just recorded the wheel. So hopefully I can splice it into the video episode. All right, let's see what episode we're going to watch of Wing Commander Academy. Shuffle. And we'll be watching... Wait, I think this is the one we did last time. Hold on, let me check. Let me make sure. Okay. 2025, Wing Commander... Oh, we didn't do it in 2025. Did we do it in 24?
No.
Earthworm Jim, Zelda, Mega Man, Mortal Kombat, Double Dragon, Pac-Man, Darkstalkers, Dragon's Lair, Battletoads, and Video Power. Maybe I didn't write it down?
It was bad?
This sounds familiar. It's on both your houses. Isn't that the one that we did?
Oh my God, it had to have been.
It sounds familiar.
Oh, we're so bad that we don't even remember our own shit.
Oh, I remember all of my own shit. Shit? Where see shit? Hold on. Let me search. Wing Commander. Here we go. Let's see here. Let's go to this. Wing Commander. Where's the episode? We'll edit all this out. I'm sure it will be fine.
577, yeah, that was too much resistance.
On both your houses. That's the one that we did. Wow, it just landed on the same thing twice. All right, let's try
watch it again.
Absolutely
Stupid, sexy
not.
Fucking Wing Commander shit.
All right. Season 1, Episode 7, Expendable. That's what we'll be watching. So there you have it, folks.
I'm way more excited now.
Yeah, me too. It's expendable. That's really something. Okay, well, that's it, everybody. That's it for this week's stop on the Stone Age Gamer Cartoon Express, and we're going to take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about what's going on in week-old news, see what's happening in the world of video games. You're listening to the Stone Age Gamer podcast from Geekade.com. Stick around.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Andy. Neither of us are David Crane, but we are the hosts of David Crane's Amazing Movie Time.
That's our monthly Geekade Patreon exclusive podcast that covers movies that are cult classics, weird, or just sometimes laughably bad.
We ourselves have at least 2 of those qualities, so I guess it makes sense to hear what we think of those movies in retrospect.
You can hear all that and more by becoming a Geekade Patreon supporter.
And, as always, be kind, rewind.
Do you miss the days when you'd get a fresh issue of Nintendo Power in the mail every month? It was stacked with reviews, previews, and all manner of cool new stuff about the world of Nintendo, and it even came with a free poster. Well, you don't have to miss those days anymore, because Nintendo Force is here. Functioning as a spiritual successor to Nintendo's classic magazine, Nintendo Force is staffed with top-notch writing talent, and me for some reason, to deliver fresh new reviews, previews, and more right to your door every other month. And yes, posters are still included, except ours are double-sided. So if you want the thrill of learning all about the world of Nintendo in physical format, head on over to NintendoForceMagazine.com and learn all about it. Nintendo Force Magazine, the force of Nintendo fans. All right, everybody, we are back. We had a lovely little break where our kids talked about Dandy's World, and if you want to see some of that content, it'll probably show up on our Patreon. Hey, if you've never signed up for our Patreon, you should totally sign up for our Patreon. We put exclusive clips on there that may or may not be entertaining.
That's right. We sell videos of our children to our listeners.
That's right. Because we're awesome. And with that, it means it is time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everyone's favorite segment. Strap yourselves in for Week Old News. Welcome to Week Old News, where we talk about all the news that was new a week ago. I'll go first because you should talk about the next one. There's not a whole lot going on this week.
Yeah, that's good because I didn't even pull it up yet. I'm just sitting here putting on fucking chapstick. Like, oh shit, I should probably pull that up.
Push Square reports, don't worry, Team Ninja split doesn't impact Neo, Ninja Gaiden, or Dead or Alive Dev. I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't know there was a split. And a bid to bolster its most effective development teams, publisher Koei Tecmo is in the process of reshuffling its studios. It's a move that's currently making headlines because at a glance it suggests that Team Ninja is being split apart and reassigned. While the overhaul will see an entire division of Team Ninja be transferred to a different part of the company, don't get the wrong idea, this isn't the same team that just released Neo 3 to glowing reviews. Okay, so things are moving around at Koei Tecmo. You know what I learned today? Koei Tecmo is behind that weird Pokopia game.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, fucking.
We're gonna get there, but that was weird. That was I didn't see that coming. But all right, well, I'm glad that Team Ninja seems good.
Yeah.
Can make their big old wobbly boob fighting game anytime that they want.
Man, I do love wobbly boobs. That's why I'm friends with you. Nerdist reports. I'm just kidding. Now. Your tits are way less wobbly. or more wobbly, whatever you would prefer your tits to be described as, Kris. They're manly?
I as long as you're describing them on the podcast, that's really all that matters to me.
I mean, we do have a video podcast now, so whenever you want to whip them bitches out, you fucking... I mean, that's got to be a much higher Patreon tier than our children.
For sure.
Chris's tits way above our kids. It's a weird show sometimes. Nerdist Reports Gotta Wear shares its first look. God of War shares its first look image of Kratos and Atreus. That's how you say them now. As production begins. Look, there's no way around it. This looks like shit.
This looks terrible.
It looks fucking awful.
The rock that's behind them looks like it's out of a fish tank.
Yeah, it's a very weird... And so here's what sucks, right? Because...
The position? Because he might actually look fine. No one looks good in this pose.
No,
what?
This
is
very weird.
Kratos. Why would you choose someone bending over like this as your first... What are we... What?
It might be too accurate to the game, which is weird. I don't remember if it was in our Discord or the other Discord that I'm in with Anthony and those guys over there for their website. But they said like
something like this is always destined to look like cosplay.
Yeah, like the game looks better than this does, weirdly.
Yeah.
Like, the face he's making here and the position he's in, he looks like fucking Huey from The Boys, not a fucking big badass Ryan Hurst. And like, what really sucks about this, right, is that... I don't want to be shitty about a God of War TV show. I want to be fucking super excited about literally everything they show. Right? I want this to be just amazing. Because it should be, right? Like, it's a good story. It makes a lot of sense to do it live action. It seems like it could be easily adapted. The fucking Lord of the Rings show that they did not... I don't care for it. Lord of the Rings has never really clicked with me, right? But it can't be argued that show looks like shit. It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't. And like, look, the kid... I don't... he looks like a kid. I don't know. He could be fine. As long as the kid's a fine actor, I feel like it'll be fine. He's got kind of a weird look to him. And honestly, this could actually be great. Like, this could look great.
Right.
It's the position that he's in. If you've not seen this picture, he's like half kneeling over with his hands on his knees. This is
he looks like he's
picture
he looks like he's about to go down on one knee. Like he's in the motion. Or
he's about to sit back onto a toilet. Like he's...
It's
just the wrong position. No one would look good like this.
He's got a look in his face that seems to say, now, hold that bow there steady, boy. You're going to get him. Like, it's a really weird fucking look.
There had to have been a better picture to show off.
There had to be.
Of him just standing up straight. I bet if he stands up straight, he's going to look awesome. And not furrow his brow in this very specific... Like, it's one of those things like where you're going through a TV show and you pause it at just like the worst moment. That's what this still looks like.
It's a weird choice.
It is a weird choice because it's hard to tell. Like, this rock that's behind them does look like it belongs in a fish tank. That looks fake as hell. But the rest of it, they're just in the woods. The kid looks like a kid. That's really all going to come down to how the kid acts. That's what I think. That's really going to come down to what he sounds like, how he acts. But Kratos, if you're going to show your first picture of live-action Kratos, have him doing something even vaguely cool, like
something
standing
awesome.
up straight.
Yeah.
Even just standing up straight. What are you doing?
Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. They should feel bad.
Yeah, whoever did this should feel bad. Whoever thought that this picture was what we're going to put on the internet, either that or they have such little faith in this that they were like, let's put out a terrible picture right now so that when we show people what it looks like normally, they'll think it looks great. Like, maybe they're just setting the expectations super fucking low. I hope not, because I mean, I've seen pictures of this guy. It seems plausible that he could look very Kratos-esque. So
yeah, for sure.
Why would you choose this? I don't know.
I hate it.
It's very upsetting.
I hate it.
This is very upsetting.
Yeah, I hate it. Sorry, I've added 2 to the list, but you go ahead and take this next one.
Okie dokie. Retro RGB reports. Bob over at Retro RGB. Hi, Bob. I don't know if you listen to the show, but we need to have him on at some point. Bob's a good dude. Anyway,
love Bob.
Hyperboy Plus Virtual Boy ROM cart final batch. Dun dun dun. Let's see. Kevin Mellott has just opened what will most likely be the final batch of Hyperboy Plus Virtual Boy ROM carts. These are single flash cartridges that require a PC to load games, but are compatible with all retail and homebrew games. The price is $2.15, and they should ship this spring. We also carry these. We work with Retronics all the time. Kevin bought the last remaining 4-color black, white, red, yellow e-ink screens. So this is definitely the final run of this version. And other components used to make it are also end of life, so this could truly be the final run. Which is a bummer, but we just started carrying see, Kevin's still making other carts. The Mr. Cart, which we just got in, and the Hyperflash 32 are both pretty good as well. I haven't tried the Mr. Cart yet. That one looks really interesting because that one actually has a menu like an EverDrive, so it's not a single game. That's cool. Flash thing. I like that. So yeah. Snatcher
that's cool.
Act 1? I'm looking at this image on his site. Did somebody make Snatcher for Virtual Boy? That doesn't sound right.
Oh god.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. I mean, the other one's this picture of hyper fighting, which if you've never played hyper fighting on Virtual Boy, it's so cool. It's Street Fighter on Virtual Boy, and it looks incredible. It works astoundingly well. But yeah, so the Hyperboy Plus, this thing has always been really cool to me, but I've never really understood the practicality of it, because the e-ink screen, it's on the cartridge itself, and then it goes into the Virtual Boy, I guess. It's neat, but you're not really going to see the individual game screen on the screen while it's in your Virtual Boy. It's a very cool thing. But it's never really seemed super practical to me, so it's not like... I don't feel like this is a huge loss that this one isn't going to be around. And also with the Mr. Cart, it does seem like things in the Virtual Boy Flash Cart arena are getting more in-depth and more interesting anyways, so...
Yeah.
That's pretty darn cool.
That is pretty darn cool.
I'm going to switch to my wireless headphones because my headphones are being all weird, so you start the next story, and hopefully this just picks up.
Okay, that'll be fine. Steam Deck HQ reports that the Steam Deck will receive a price increase in Asia starting March 6th. Now, while this doesn't necessarily affect us here in the States, it is kind of a concerning thing, right? As hardware prices continue to increase, as the availability of the components necessary for building these systems continue to be gobbled up by AI slop farms and whatever the fuck else is going on. We are starting to see other things get hit, outside of like the big three consoles, and Nintendo obviously still hasn't increased their console yet. But now we're seeing the Steam Deck itself, which had held at a pretty fair, reasonable-ish price since launch, is now getting hit with an increase. That does not bode well for the upcoming Steam machine and the Steam fucking glasses, whatever they're called, and whatever. In Japan, the Steam Deck 1 terabyte OLED is getting a 15% increase, which is pretty crazy. It is going from the equivalent of $643 to $740. It's getting a damn near $100 price increase. In Korea, it's going up about 6 or 7%. In Taiwan, it's going up almost or a little over 2%. And this just really sucks, and it really bums me out to see this this shit that seemingly nobody fucking wants causing problems for things that we all would like, and that is just kind of a bummer. But yeah, Steam Deck is getting a price increase, and that sucks.
Yeah, electronics used to go down in price over time.
They used to.
That was just the way it worked, and it's just, I don't want AI. Nobody wants AI except for the people that profit off of AI. Like, there are so many things that we as humans should be doing right now that's not AI slop, and it's just making everything worse for everybody except for the people who are financially invested in AI.
Yeah,
I hate it. I hate it with all of my heart.
All of the Super Bowl commercials were like, don't worry, AI's not that bad. It's pretty fucking cool, actually.
AI is great. Also, dick pills. AI and dick pills.
Like, tells you everything you need to fucking know. Anyway.
Time extension reports. Super NES exclusive beat-em-up Triple Impact has just got its very first trailer. There's a company that's making a brand new beat-em-up for Super Nintendo, and it looks kind of cool. The main characters are very lanky. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Triple Impact trailer looks like a Super Nintendo game. Sounds like a Super Nintendo game. It's roughly 80% complete. Let's see. The Time Extension first covered this back in October of 2024 when they came across some work-in-progress footage, but now it seems to be getting pretty close to done, and it looks pretty stinking neato. So let's see. Gang Geek Style, Mr. Digifox, and Landsat77 are the trio involved, and they've been working on the game for a short while now. It's very impressive so far. Yay, homebrew. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
Love that.
Looks really awesome.
Yeah.
As I continue to bring the negative news, however, Time Extension reports this is what AI and greed does. Video game preservation service Myrient is shutting down, with the hoster of the site saying, I can no longer afford to run this site. Now, I have never heard of this site. I don't know what that says about me and my fucking emulation journey and whatever. But the message that was posted here was, hello, everyone. I've decided to shut down Myrient on the 31st of March, 2026. Until then, the site will remain available in its current state. Download any content you find important. Several reasons for the closure. Insufficient funding. Apparently, with the amount of traffic that comes to this site, it is over $6,000 a month to cover the differences for him to run this site. He's also dealing with paywall download managers, which his site is non-commercial, not for profit. But he also cites that since last September, RAM, SSD, and HDD prices have surged dramatically, continue to rise due to the ongoing ongoing extreme demand for AI data centers. This has caused hosting expenses to go up as well. Necessary upgrades to storage and caching infrastructure only exacerbated the problem. This site hosts 390 terabytes of organized collections, right, available for game preservation and things that people might need, right? And you don't often think about it of like, well, you know, obviously consoles are going to get more expensive, and, you know, maybe my solid state drive that I want to upgrade is going to be a little bit more expensive, but it's hitting literally fucking everything. And again, like we just said, for something that nobody outside of that bubble actively fucking wants. And when we start to hit game preservation, it's a future that I just don't love where it's going, and I hate to fucking see shit like this. So March 31st is when this site will be taken down. Do with that information what you will.
Yeah, it's this is it's a weird one, because on one hand this is a site filled with technically illegal ROMs.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's like there's a lot of stuff on there that would not be accessible to anyone anywhere if not for that existing. So it is a complicated thing no matter how you slice it, but at the end of the day, I do think these sites do more good than harm, and it's a shame to see them go under because everything is getting too expensive.
Yeah. It is, yeah.
Moving on. Push Square reports rumor Sony backtracking on PC strategy, shifting towards PS5 exclusivity again. I tend to not add stories that are just rumors, but this is certainly something, and it wouldn't come as a terrible surprise to me. I feel like Sony's PC outings have not gone over extremely well. It's nice that they're there, but I feel like they've had their issues, and generally speaking, haven't gone over like super great. Whereas I feel like we're going to be seeing some interesting backpedaling here on some of these things. Like Sony's whole business was like, maybe we should start putting our games all over the place, and I think we're seeing pretty loud and clear from the Xbox debacle that their multi-platform isn't always the best way to go. Now, I know I've always been a staunch believer in, all games should be everywhere, but the fact of the matter is that when all games go everywhere, all games cost more, or they're less good because they have to split their budget between multiple platforms to make them work.
That is a risk, certainly.
It's a risk. It's a part of the equation. And when you have exclusives, like, third parties do their thing, but when you have first party stuff that makes first party games specific to specific hardware, that's when you start to see your God of Wars and your Breath of the Wilds. Like, that's where you see some of that really special stuff that comes from first party studios. There's obviously something to be said for the notion of everyone being able to play every game on whatever platform they own, but video game platforms aren't like VCRs. It's not a standardized format. So I think when these companies start going third party, they lose a piece of their identity, which is why I've been largely glad that Nintendo hasn't done anything more than vaguely dipping their toes into the notions of letting other companies do things. Like, when we were talking like back in the 90s, when you had stuff like Mario Teaches Typing and whatnot, the CDI games, it does dilute the brand. And when you have something
especially when they're massive pieces of shit.
Yes, absolutely.
That doesn't help.
But when you have something like, what was it, Horizon, the Lego Horizon game showed up on Switch, it was like, well, I don't know. I don't think that really moved the needle. But then I also think there's probably something to the notion of doing it on a case-by-case basis, where you see stuff like Patapon. I think that was pretty welcome in the in the Switch space, but also, like, would we have been worse off as people if Patapon was still just a Sony thing? Because at the end of the day, the reason it makes so much sense on Switch is because Sony hasn't done shit with it. So I kind of feel like if this rumor is true, it says to me that somebody at Sony saw Astrobot and how much love there was to all those things in Astrobot and said, hey, wait a minute. There's a way to make... Didn't we used to make money by making games? Like, lots of them?
Let's do that. Thing?
We should probably do that. And then I really hope that Sony does, and Nintendo takes a look at them and says, hey, you know what we should do? Is we should make original content as well. Because it's it's great that we're getting a Switch 2 version of Super Mario Wonder because that game was outstanding, but also that game ain't exactly old, and I don't think that we need to be paying extra money for these Nintendo Switch 2 editions, especially when sometimes they apparently wind up super busted, like the Xenoblade Chronicles X one.
Yeah,
I'm very frustrated with Nintendo right now. Very frustrated indeed.
I saw this one, neat. And really the only reason I tend to keep, or I try to keep some of the rumors out as well, but there's enough like credibility behind this one, I thought, to where it's worth mentioning. I do just hate seeing people pull that strategy back, you know, because I'm with you. I feel all at once of like, you know, games absolutely should be exclusive to their consoles, and like that's the reason you buy an Xbox, or that's the reason you buy a PlayStation or a Nintendo or whatever, is for the first party games. But then like after a year, okay, like now put them somewhere else, you know, or 2 years, whatever it is. And like they've done that with the PC stuff. Like most of Sony's first party stuff that has come to PC has come, you know, 12 months later, 18 months later. And I just...
but has that
especially
proved,
with
has
the
that
way
proved to be a financial success for them? Like, obviously, in the interest of having their games be a bit more accessible, sure. But on the other hand, like, the amount of investment it takes to port these games to other platforms like PC, are they making enough off of those to make that a worthy value proposition when they could be taking that money and putting it towards more games?
Towards their pockets, Chris. No, I... really, for
Have
me...
you seen these Cowabunga Kaiju, Dan?
I just... there's enough... Things are so fucking expensive now, as it is. And I just hate to see choice taken away from people. You know? That's really... like where I come down on it, you know, is that idea of like, fuck, man, you're taking away opportunity and choice for people, and that's a bummer. If that's going to happen. But to answer your question, yes, I have seen these. They're fucking awesome. Shredder as Mechagodzilla is like such a smart idea. Splinter as King Caesar. What really pissed me off, though,
is Jet Jaguar.
They did the original run of these. They only did the three. They did Michelangelo was, I don't remember. Raphael was Rodin, and Leo was Godzilla, obviously. But they only did the three at the time, and I was like, well, fuck. If these don't work, I can't buy these, because then I will have three turtles as Godzilla characters, and that could not have stood. I would have had to throw them out or burn my house down. But now they showed the fucking Donatello one, and I was like, well, son of a bitch. That's great.
There's Donnie's Jet Jaguar, and Splinter is King Caesar. That's crazy.
I think
just opened up Facebook, and that just showed up. And like, holy crap, Dan needs to know about these if he doesn't already.
I will be picking up the Shredder as Mechagodzilla if I find it. Yes. So anyway. My turn. My bad. I'm going to skip over. I figure we'll do the Pokemon one last. Mostly because I want to talk about this one. Nerdist reports 13 classic Marvel games heading to modern consoles.
Classic is doing some heavy lifting.
Thank you, Limited Run Games, a company I have had only positive things to say about throughout the history of this show. They are putting out a collection called the Marvel Maximum Collection. It is the perfect assortment of nostalgia for fans everywhere. This collection will include the game with, in my opinion, and I know it's not a niche opinion, it's not a hot take, right? But it is a less popular take. The game with the best soundtrack on the NES. This will include Silver Surfer. It will include Venom and Spider-Man Separation Anxiety, Spider-Man Venom Maximum Carnage, I believe that was a crossover with Tailspin. Captain America and the Avengers, Spider-Man, X-Men, Arcade's Revenge. But really, the only thing anyone gives a fuck about is that we will finally again have access to X-Men, the arcade game. With online multiplayer, with rollback netcode, with everything you could possibly fucking want. Yep.
That's it. I'll be buying it for that. Look, don't get me wrong. I played the crap out of Spider-Man and X-Men, but only because I wanted it so bad, and then I got it, and I was like, this is trash, but I wanted it so bad, so I'm going to keep playing it. That game's terrible.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's just terrible. Captain America and the Avengers is pretty okay.
I like that one.
It's got the arcade game, I want to say the Genesis port, and the NES game, which is actually a totally different game.
It's got some weird, like, stuff in here.
It's like, here's a bunch of LJN garbage, and then X-Men the arcade game. So X-Men the arcade game, the Data East, Captain America and the Avengers, and then this LJN stuff. Like, Maximum Carnage is a very cool-looking game that is not fun to play as far as I'm concerned, and Separation Anxiety is also not fun at all. And Silver Surfer has a great soundtrack, but is really, really hard.
It is really hard, but it's a great game for Rewind.
It's a solid game. There is no condition where this is a great... There is
specifically for the Rewind feature.
I will never...
Because that game is so hard.
There is nothing that I can finish that sentence with. Not even Rewind. It is a good game to use Rewind in. It is a great justification for a Rewind feature, but it is by no stretch of any definition a great game, besides maybe a great game to put in a garbage can, or a great game to never play again.
I like that game quite a bit. It is insanely hard.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I just pulled it up on Limited Run Games, so officially, you got most of this. Silver Surfer 8-bit, Spider-Man, X-Men, Arcade's Revenge. It looks like Super Nintendo, Genesis, portable. So this is what it's listed as. Yeah, Game Boy and Game Gear.
Oh, yes. They're getting that too, huh?
Yeah. Venom Super and NES, Spider-Man, Separation Anxiety, Super Nintendo Genesis, Spider-Man Venom, Maximum Carnage, Super Nintendo Genesis, Captain America and the Avengers, Arcade, Genesis, 8-bit, and X-Men Arcade. So yeah, you got most of it.
Support for up to 6 players. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want to see the super wide screen with the 6 players.
Yeah, yes. That's worth the price. Like, everything else is just kind of bonus content at that point. Having an online capable 6-player version of X-Men the arcade game, like, we are all going to get it. I hope it's crossplay. If not, we're going to have to make some decisions, because that is a game that we need to do like a Stone Age gamer night. And everybody needs to be able to jump in and play that together, because it's just so damn fun. It's so good. This is great.
Yeah, I mean, you had to put something else in this collection. So,
but you really didn't, though. Like, honestly, you didn't. You could have just done the arcade game, and it would have been fine.
Yeah, like, you could have left out all the LJN stuff and just done, like... Yeah. See, if they didn't already have Punisher on a different collection, then we could talk. Like, right, you could do like this and Punisher and Captain America and the Avengers, and that would be a nice little beat 'em up collection. But like, you're including these other games that really don't have much to do with each other, other than they have the Marvel license. It's a very strange situation. But
and I'm
super glad this is happening.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But
I know what's next.
This does not have the Spider-Man beat 'em up. That's just a Sega game, right? Like, it's just called the one with Black Cat and Spider-Man.
There's a Spider-Man arcade game where he looks really freaking weird.
Yeah.
And there's a handful of Spider-Man beat 'em ups out there too. So they could do that next, but I just had this scary thought that what they're going to do is a Simpsons collection, where it's Simpsons the arcade game, and then like Bart versus the Space Mutants and Bart versus Radioactive Man and all those really not great games.
Yeah. I mean, but is X-Men the arcade game worth $30? I mean, that's arguable.
So. To have it on a cartridge, like to have on a cartridge to play forever, yes.
I would argue it is, right? Especially for that game and for The Simpsons, because they've been delisted, relisted, delisted so many times. That is something that I would argue you should probably get physically.
Yeah, like generally speaking, like if this collection came out and it didn't include this, and I wanted literally any of those games, I'd probably get it digitally. Like it's similar to like the Castlevania collections. I'm not buying those physically. I have the games physically, so I don't need to get the new version physically again. This like the Ninja Turtles one, like I would have bought that anyway, but that one, to have the arcade versions of those Ninja Turtles games on a physical thing that will never be not playable, that was worth it to me, no question. So this for X-Men, to be able to play that physically forever, I'm in. Count me in.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Love it. Love it, love it.
Right,
again, limited run games. One of my favorite companies, never had a bad thing to say about them.
IGN reports from the strange and unusual category, Trix and Lucky Charms have dropped new Super Mario Galaxy movie serials. I'm going to buy the Trix, no question. Because they are not fruit shapes. See, Trix are always going to be the balls. Trix is never going to be the fruit shapes for me, because that's not what they were when I was a kid. It is always about the balls
with you.
It's always about the balls with me. And these are orb-shaped Trix. They're blue raspberry. I don't know how I feel about that flavor, but I don't care. I just want to eat them. I just want a bowl of Super Mario Galaxy Trix cereal. And I will buy it. And then I'll buy the Lucky Charms, because Ellie loves Lucky Charms. So this is Galactic Marshmallows. We've got... They just look like lemons. I don't know what those are supposed to be. Galaxies? That's kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about that. But the Trix just look like little planets, and that's great. I love Trix. I haven't had them in a long time, because I don't eat a lot of sugary cereals. But this is still really cool.
I just want them to re-release the fucking Nintendo cereal. The Mario.
Oh my god, that was so good.
That's all I want. I want that. Well, that's not all I want. I want that, and I want the Mr. T cereal. Because that, I know it didn't land. I get it, and don't come for me and whatever. I mean, keep your fucking pitchforks in your pants. It's better than Captain Crunch. I said what I said.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bold statement.
I'll stand by it.
All right, let's get to work here. We had a Pokemon Presents today. Today is February 27th. It is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, the day that we're recording this, and the day that the Pokemon Presents went up. Go Nintendo has a nice little recap here. There is very little worth talking about here, but let's go through it.
So can we just start by saying, for the 30th anniversary of this massively popular, successful franchise, what a dog shit presentation.
Up until the end, I would agree with you. It started off kind of cute with the, showing all the different Pokemon that are out there. We've got a little mini Game Boy that comes with 45 different cartridges with Game Boy songs on them. So every time you want to listen to a song, you take out a cartridge and put in a different cartridge to listen to a Game Boy song from the original Pokemon Red and Blue soundtrack, which is completely fucking insane. It was nice that they had Junichi Masuda come out and talk about it, because, that dude's awesome. He's made some crazy good music, including the original Pokemon soundtrack. But this is so wildly impractical.
It's the dumbest thing that I have ever seen. It's kind of awesome in how fucking stupid it is.
Yeah, like it's
why?
All
why
of these
would
little
you
cartridges.
Put a song per cart?
This is absolutely insane. 45 cartridges.
45 tiny little carts. Now, the thing with this one is going to be the price. And I think the price is just fucking absurd for this. On PokeCenter or PokemonCenter.com, it's currently unavailable, but it is listed at $70. And I find that to be absurd.
I mean, like, when you think about what it is, it's 45 cartridges. I guess, like, from a pure materials standpoint, I suppose, but it's not worth that.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, you could put a little tiny speaker in a little tiny plastic Game Boy looking case with a fucking SD card, not even a very big one, and charge $20 for this, and you could keep it on your keychain, and it would be a cool part of your EDC that you walked around with, or hung it off your book bag, and every now and again you would just click a button and hear a fucking Pokemon song. No, I gotta swap through 45 fucking little carts. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You carry 45
cartridges around with you? Where is this practical?
This is so
made
dumb.
My head spin. This is so ridiculous.
It's so, but this obviously isn't for me. If this is for you and you love it, I'm not trying to yuck your yum. I am just saying this is fucking stupid and impractical. But enjoy.
This is banana balls, insane.
Yeah.
There was just a bunch of stuff that I could not be bothered to care about. The Pokemon Championships are being held at the Chase Center.
Cool.
There's a...
That's not worthy of your 30th anniversary, like, at all.
I mean, it looks like it's going to be a pretty wild event.
Oh, sure.
But, we've got new Pokemon cards. John thought those looked pretty cool. In Pokemon Go anniversary, they're bringing back other Pokemon Go characters. Pokemon Cafe Remix. I don't even know what that is. I don't know I've never heard anybody ever on any website, in any group, ever mention that they've played it. So, apparently Pokemon Sleep is still a thing. Pokemon Unite, Pokemon digital trading card game. Like, there's so much Pokemon out there, and none of it seems to matter or make any sense. They put a date on Gale of Darkness coming out for Nintendo Switch Online. We already knew that was coming, but now we have a date. It's sometime in March, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why not today for the anniversary? I don't know.
Fuck it. It's coming out in March sometime. The Fire Red and Leaf Green, they're going to be compatible with Pokemon Home. That's neat. John was like, why are they selling those instead of putting them on the Nintendo Switch Online? I was like, because money, John. Because money. Then they did this really dumb Pokemon Champions commercial. That was really stupid. With some dude wrestling a little girl, and the little girl won. Like, wow, I've never seen that before. But Pokemon Champions has a release date coming out for Nintendo Switch. I'm sure that's neat. There's some new Mega Evolution coming to the Pokemon ZA Mega Dimension DLC. That not even John has touched yet because he still hasn't finished ZA, because that's the staying power that game had.
Yeah.
He was all excited for it, and then he never finished it. Let's see.
But then, Chris, we get to, as Roddy described it, the Cronenberg body horror that is ditto as a human being. Which is actually
so friggin' weird.
The first time I've been sold on this was describing it as Cronenberg body horror. I am sure this combination of Minecraft and Animal Crossing and Pokemon is going to be massively successful.
John wants this so bad that the stereo version of, what was it? The
Rotom.
You should have seen it. It was like, is that Rotom? Is that Rotom? A new Rotom? what stereo? Like, he was freaking out about this. And I'm watching the trailer like, this looks so dumb, but he's like so into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get it.
But you know what?
Not for me.
It's interesting. It's not for me, but I will give it this. This is interesting. This is super weird and super interesting. And that's
it's Koei
the kind
Tecmo.
of content that it's Koei Tecmo making a weird Pokemon Animal Crossing Minecraft combination. Like, it's completely batshit crazy.
I hope it's great.
The whole Ditto thing looks ridiculous. Yes, I hope the people that this is for really enjoy it, because it does look like something that is well made. It doesn't look like garbage. It looks like it's something that a lot of care is being put into. And I love that for this. I don't love it for me. I want the Ditto rug. They put it as like, you can get a Ditto rug as an early pre-purchase. No, I want that in real life. I want the Ditto rug in my home.
I do kind of want to have one of those. Yeah.
But really the big finish was, as the big leak from last year kind of showed, it really just paid off. It's Pokemon Generation 10 is Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves. And it looks great. It looks like a next-gen Pokemon game. It doesn't look cheap. It doesn't look like a Switch game that's barely functioning. It looks like it's got lighting, it's got detail, it's got geometry, it looks like a new Pokemon game should look.
Yeah.
Which is pretty high praise considering the last 2 Pokemon games on Switch really did not look functional. This looks pretty good, and
I thought it looked okay. I saw a lot of people being like, yes, it's finally up to the, like it looks, like you just said, like a next-gen game. I was like, it looks fine. What disappointed me about this is that I wanted to see something a little different, right? And I don't know what that looks like. And I'm not saying like a mature, gritty take on like the Pokemon formula or anything, but I don't know. This just looks like a prettier version of what we've had for the last number of years. And obviously it's working for them, and they didn't call me for my opinion. I just wanted to see them. I don't know, Well, this is the thing, Dan. We actually don't know very much about this. And this is why I'm kind of excited. Because when this closed out and it said 2027, I was like, they're working on it. They're not pushing this out like they've done. Like they're not just, being Kratos in the woods and pooping one out. They're actually putting a lot of effort into this. So we really don't know what new is in this. We haven't even seen what the legendaries in this are going to be. All we've seen that's new is, for the first time ever, a game that looks like a fully realized 3D Pokemon game. Yeah. Because let's be honest, that's never happened before. Right. So that's kind of cool. This is only, the third attempt at an open world Pokemon. What a low fucking bar. It is a low fucking bar. Like, you made it look like a PS3 really cool. Game. Great. They showed what appears to be underwater exploration, which has never happened in a 3D Pokemon game. They've never done underwater exploration in a 3D Pokemon. That could really open things up. The fact that it's wind and waves makes me wonder, is there going to be a bunch of, sky travel and underwater travel? That could be something interesting and new that we haven't seen. Yeah. Right? There's potential here. And the new starters are amazing. I fucking love all 3 of them. I love this little bird, Brout. This bird is great. It's just a grumpy little bird. The dog, the Pomeranian, Pombon. Yeah. Oh my god, I want it. I want one. And the lizard, the Gekwa. I mean, I love it. I think these are great. Littlest Pet Shop better have their fucking lawyers on the line. I have a whole bunch of those up in the attic that look exactly like this little fucking thing. It's goddamn adorable. Yeah.
there's potential here. There's a lot of there's clearly a lot of secrets. I hope it is too, because I had
so much fun playing through Pokemon Sword. I had a blast playing through that game. I am not the world's biggest Pokemon fan, right? Like, I never collected the cards or anything, but I did enjoy. I have played through a bunch of Pokemon games and enjoyed them. I was really, like I said, I was a little disappointed because it's the 30th anniversary. I'm hoping for something a little bit more refined, mature. It's a weird, I don't know exactly what I wanted. I didn't want more of the same, but you're right. This is so far away. It could be. I hope it's great. I want to love it. I do.
John was blown away, and I was really, honestly, I was just so happy to see what looked like a game that a lot of effort had been put into polishing, right? Yeah. Because I'm not going to say that the other games were low effort, but there was clearly, like, this is the deadline, get it done. And it doesn't matter what falls apart because it's Pokemon, it's going to sell, right?
Yeah.
But this looks like they're really taking it seriously, and I love seeing, like, this brand deserves this kind of attention.
When
does. You make a new Pokemon game, it should be an event.
It should be.
This is what? Yeah. This is going to be 5 years between generations, where typically speaking, it's 3 years between generations. Mm-hmm. And when you were cranking out Game Boy games, that's one thing. But when you're making these big, large projects like this, you've got to give them more time, or you're going to wind up with stuff that looks like Scarlet and Violet, which is not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. Yeah, they'll sell a bunch, but you're doing damage to the brand. This should come out, and it should be polished, it should review well, and it should be well liked by the entire community. And when you do that, I think you're going to see way more long-term gains. And it gives me hope that they are going to continue to do this in the future, maybe, if this one pans out well for them.
Yeah.
Just put in the work. Because you've got, how many other Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Champions, Pokemon Sleep,
there's so much.
There's so many little cash grab things that are constantly raking in money. The big mainline games should be something you invest in. They should be the one piece of Pokemon that you really put the time and the effort into to keep the legacy alive. The rest of the cash grabs go nuts. This made me really happy.
This hopefully is great. I do stand by my earlier statement, though. I think this was a very underwhelming 30th anniversary.
Yeah, I don't know what more they could have done other than just have something more interesting than these, like, it was all very what the Pokemon brand is for, by and large, is these cheap little cash grab mobile things. Like, it's it's so diluted. And I really wish that it wasn't. Like, I've never been the biggest fan of Pokemon, but I understand that it means so much to so many people. I feel like if there were if all they would do was just put all of their effort into making each one of their projects the best that it can be, instead of let's cast a wide net of as many projects we can make to milk this brand for as much as we possibly can.
Yeah. But
it would be more like Mario than it is like Pokemon. Because you look at how protective Nintendo is of their first-party properties, and the fact that they don't just crap out constant cash grabs with Mario and Zelda.
Yeah.
There's a huge disparity between where Pokemon is and where Mario is. Now, Pokemon is a bigger brand, for sure. Pokemon is
without question
so inherently marketable. I don't know.
It just feels
this gave
like
me hope. It gave me hope.
Weird.
The presentation itself was dog shit, but this gave me hope.
The Fire Red Leaf Green version release wasn't in this. Like, I don't know why that was separate. That would have made more of like a 30th anniversary thing feel.
Oh, right. Why did they announce it beforehand?
Why announce that before this thing?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking when I watch the Puzzle and Dragons stream for their anniversary events and whatever, that is a mobile game, and the Pokemon mobile, Pokemon Pocket or whatever. When I watch a Puzzle and Dragons stream, a brand infinitesimally smaller compared to Pokemon, right? And maybe that's not accurate. I don't fucking know. I don't care. The point is, when I watch that stream, they're talking about, you're getting 150 magic stones, and here's some new characters and roles and all that shit. And like for the Pokemon mobile game, they were like, here's a new pack of cards. Okay, cool. Like, it just seemed like for a big celebration event, it was like, here's more ways to give us money, as opposed to we're celebrating this franchise and, all of that. And whatever, like I said, ultimately, it's not a big deal to me because, it doesn't really matter. But I was just watching it, like I said, watching it with Roddy. He was really excited about the Pokopia thing because he just thinks the Cronenberg-esque fucking Ditto is just so wild.
It's amazing. That character design is amazing.
That you're just walking around stealing people's souls and you're like, I'm going to be a bit of a human, but I got like fucking choppy arms because I stole them from Scyther. Like, it's fucking wild, man. It's fucking crazy. But he was so severely whelmed by this. He thought Wind and Waves looks cool. But like, of course, that was the bit, of course, like you said, he didn't care about most of what they showed. It was just weird. Anyway.
Yeah, 99% of it was just like, okay, that's neat. Okay, that's neat. But then, when Pokopia showed up, John was really excited about it. But then, like, the Wind and Waves, he was just like, hell yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'm just waiting for the game that caters to the fact that if you got into Pokemon when you were 5, you're theoretically, if you got into Pokemon 25 years ago, you're also 30 years old. Where's the things for adult Pokemon fans that speaks a little bit more to adult Pokemon fans, as opposed to just the same thing over and over again. I guess is what I'm looking for, but whatever. It's fine.
Well, that wraps things up for week-old news. Not a lot this week.
No.
But hey.
But we still made a fucking meal out of it.
Today was a big Dandy's World update and a Pokemon anniversary thing. Both of my kids were very, very excited about video games today, and it was really fun to watch.
That's fucking great.
So, on that, we're going to take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we're going to check in with the Checkpoint. You're listening to the Stone Age Gamer podcast from Geekade.com. Stick around.
We are Safe at Home, the leading dog rescue in the heart of New Jersey. Are you searching for a loyal companion, a dog that will bring love and joy to your home? Look no further than Safe at Home. At Safe at Home, we believe in giving every dog a second chance. We rescue, rehabilitate, and find loving forever homes for dogs in need, right here in the Garden State. Our dogs are ready to make a lasting impact on your life. Each one has a unique story, a wagging tail, and an incredible capacity for love. When you adopt from Safe at Home, you're not just gaining a pet, you're becoming a part of our family. Our dedicated team ensures a seamless adoption process, providing ongoing support and guidance. With New Jersey's beautiful parks, beaches, and trails, you and your new furry friend will have endless opportunities for adventures and cherished memories. Safe at Home relies on the support of compassionate individuals like you. Your donations and volunteer work enable us to continue saving lives and finding forever homes for these amazing dogs. Join us in creating a safer, happier community for dogs in New Jersey. Together we can make a difference and give every dog the chance to feel safe at home. Visit our website or call us now to learn about how you can be a part of the Safe at Home mission. Safe at Home, because every dog deserves to be loved and protected. www.safeathomerescue.org.
Hi everyone, Kris here. Podcast listening is free, but podcast creation is not. That's why the Geekade Patreon exists. In an effort to help us pay the bills, we've got a Patreon page set up where you can gain access to our monthly podcast topic schedule, get early access to many of our shows, and more. If you'd like to help support Geekade and keep these shows running week after week, head over to the Geekade Patreon page, linked in the show notes of this very podcast. Alright everybody, we're back. Dan had the hiccups. He doesn't appear to have them anymore.
No. Drinking water upside down.
That's how Karen does it. I just hold my breath. It works every time for me. I'm very fortunate in that department. It has never once not worked.
It has never ever worked for me. Never one time. I wish it did. I really do. Never has.
Some of us are just they're just built different, you know?
Yeah, some of you are better than the rest of us, and you know, that's fine.
And anyway, with that, it's time to check in with the checkpoint.
Checkpoint!
This is where Dan and I talk about all the games that we played this week, and let me go ahead and get myself out of the way first, because I played almost no games this week. I played the Disney Afternoon Collection on Switch 2.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's neat. I beat DuckTales, which is great.
Woo!
And a lot of the games in this collection I had never actually played before.
Really?
So, let's see. I played Darkwing Duck for the first time.
You had never played Darkwing Duck?
No.
No shit.
Yeah, I loved that cartoon too. Like, I loved Darkwing Duck, and I just never got around to playing the game. And it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
I played Tailspin, and I didn't care for it at all. I did not like that one a little bit. I was never a big fan of the cartoon either. But yeah, no, the whole it's a flying shooter, but you can only have one bullet on screen at a time. I found that to be really obnoxious. I did not have fun with that one at all. Mm-hmm. Karen and I played 2-player co-op Rescue Rangers. I had played Rescue Rangers before, not much. I was never all that into Rescue Rangers for some reason. That was one of the shows in the Disney Afternoon that never really I just never really got that one.
Yeah.
But I had played the game once or twice. And again, I don't really see the big draw of that. It's pretty solid, but I had played that before, and I played a little Rescue Rangers 2, which is a pretty good follow-up. What's interesting going from like Rescue Rangers to Rescue Rangers 2 versus DuckTales to DuckTales 2 is DuckTales went the Mega Man route, where like the backgrounds and everything got more detailed, but all the character sprites were exactly the same. Whereas Rescue Rangers, they redid the character sprites. They looked pretty good. Both of them were pretty good games. Like, those are really where the collection's at. I didn't try Bonkers or Goof Troop yet. I had never played Goof Troop because I loved the cartoon. I didn't think the game looked very good, so I never bothered with it, and I just never got into Bonkers at all. I don't know that show for nothing. So...
yeah, Bonkers is not something I am familiar with.
Yeah, it was a little past my time in the Disney Afternoon anyway. Honestly, my favorite thing in the entirety of this Disney Afternoon collection is the menu music. It's this wonderful 8-bit rendition of the Disney Afternoon theme, and it just makes me smile so very much. I'm glad I bought it. I got it digitally. I don't need to get it physically. I have most of these games physically. Like, the ones I really want, DuckTales 1 and 2, I have both of those games on NES, so I'm good there. I think this is the first time I've gone back to the NES DuckTales since the last time I played Remastered, and Remastered is so good. It's kind of tragic that it's not involved in here in any way, but you know, what are you going to do? End of the day, I'm glad this is finally on Nintendo platforms. I'm glad Bonkers and Goof Troop are involved. I'm glad I've got it.
Yeah.
But that was it. That's the only thing I do. Was a lot of snow management. It was a lot of the kids home. A lot of me working, trying to figure out this arcade stick that I got in to make a video out of. I'm not an arcade stick guy. I've never really been an arcade stick guy, so I spent a decent amount of time this week doing research on... So we carry Fightbox arcade sticks now.
Right.
We are the official U.S. distributor for Fightbox arcade sticks, which is neat.
That is very neat.
They sent me one. They sent me the... they all have these numbers. I want to say the R10. Give me a second to look on the website and make sure that I know what I'm talking about. Yes, the R10 Fight Stick and Trackball is the one that they sent me. And that's what I did the video review on, which goes up this week. And it's neat. It's got Sanwa stick and Baolian brand buttons. Baolian buttons. That's how you pronounce it. I did a whole thing where I was trying to figure out how to pronounce it so I didn't sound like an idiot when we were doing the video.
Right.
It's it worked well on the Switch, as well as I can use an arcade stick. I've never been great with arcade sticks. It was like fun playing Donkey Kong with it. But I booted up Street Fighter, and I'm like, I'm just a D-pad guy when it comes to Street Fighter. I always have been. I learned on Super Nintendo, so
yeah.
I'm not as good with an arcade stick. But it feels good. My gripe with it being that the trackball doesn't work on a lot of stuff. On the trackball is really just for PC, and since I don't play anything on PC, it's like not for me. But the trackball does sort of work on Atari 50 on the Atari VCS, which is neat. It has a lot of weird limitations. Like you play Centipede, you can't really move all the way across the screen for some reason.
That's weird.
That's kind of neat. Like I booted up Missile Command Recharged, and I could move the cursor around with the trackball, but none of the buttons fired. So that's weird. But you can on the Switch. It doesn't work on Pinball Arcade, unfortunately, but on Pinball FX3, there's two buttons on the side for pinball games. And again, it works brilliantly on PC. You've got a PC, you plug this thing in, it's going to work great for anything trackball, any Arkanoids, anything like that. Missile Command. Hey, pinball games using the side buttons. Excuse me. Is great. And it feels really nice. It's a nice looking thing. But we also got a ton of other sticks that I haven't tried. I had to make listings for. We got the...
I was going to say, that sounds like something you should maybe go plug over into the arcade cabinet.
I mean, I could, but, it's already got an X arcade.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say to see how it, see how it works.
As far as seeing how it works, yeah, no, it works just fine with that stuff. It works great. It works exactly as you'd want it to. Just most of my gaming is on the Switch. So that one's for Switch and PS3. We got the arcade, the R2 fight stick, both American and Japanese style. That's for Neo Geo. We got the R3, which is for Sega Genesis. We have both American and Japanese of that. We got the R5 right spinner and the R5 right trackball. Those are like generic, just a trackball and just a spinner controllers. Those are neat. And then we got the R8 Mortal Kombat fight stick, which looks just like a Mortal Kombat setup with the high punch, low punch block, high kick, low kick, and then run button, specifically designed for Mortal Kombat fighting.
That is very cool. I would like to have one of these R10s. I don't know how often I would ever use it, but I feel like that is the one thing that I'm missing in my my arsenal, as it were. Is this sort of because I do really enjoy playing with an arcade stick. That is how I learned fucking Street Fighter 2. I learned in the arcade, so as soon as I jump into that, I'm like, oh, this feels so good. I'm so happy to jump in and play with that. And I really do want to get one before Tokon comes out, Is like, I really want to play that with a fighting stick. I don't know why I feel such a strong desire to play that game in particular with a fighting stick, but like, I don't know. It just looks like a fun way to go about it.
Okay. I don't disagree. You know what? We're giving one away. Enter to win.
I don't think I'm allowed to enter that.
Enter to win. Well, I'm saying to our listeners, you can win one and then give it to Dan. And it's probably going to be the one that I have in my house right now, because that's usually what we give away, is the ones that I use for the videos.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, it's a cool looking stick, and like, I think if you're in the market for something like this makes if you're in the market for like an arcade stick, right? I think this sort of thing makes a lot more sense than the one that Sony showed off. That one.
God, I forgot all about that one.
That one looks awesome. It looks great. What is it called? The Flex Strike wireless fight stick. Like, it is a super nice looking controller, but it is, I mean, like, it's a fighting game controller. Like, it doesn't have the trackball. It's not going to have that kind of thing. It's wireless. There's going to be some lag. Maybe not a ton of lag. I don't know. This thing's going to be fucking stupid expensive. How much is this? Do we know yet? I don't think so. Anyway.
Well, that's all.
Just trying to drum up some sales.
that was my week. That was my week. What do you got? What did you do, Dan?
Well, so let's see. This week, I started and finished Color of Magic by Terry Pratchett. Terry Pratchett is Tiff's favorite author. And I've spent a very, very long time, so 20 years of our relationship, being like, yeah, I'll get around to reading those one day. And I never wanted to, because like, I don't want to hate the things she loves. You know what I mean? Because I would just feel so bad. Finally, I'm on a big reading kick. This year, I'm really trying to like make that a focus in my life. I just feel better when I read, So I was like, fine, fuck it. I will read the first one. And it was fine. I liked it. I didn't love it. It did not grab me the way that I was hoping to, but like, I wasn't expecting it to at the same point, because like, it is a fantasy story, and I'm certainly much more on the sci-fi side of the sci-fi versus fantasy debate. And if you've read, and this might be blasphemy for some people, but if you've read like Douglas Adams books before, like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul, things like that, the Dirk Gently stuff, similar in vibe and kind of tone and like the wacky, weird characterization and whatnot. I just prefer Douglas Adams because it's sci-fi, not fantasy. I will probably read something else by him throughout this year, though, because then I also started a new book by this author, Kylie Lee Baker. This is called Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zhang. It's about a young Asian woman in New York City, and it's a horror book set during the early stages of the pandemic. It's pretty brutal. It's pretty great so far. So I'm enjoying that. I played some more God of War Sons of Sparta. It's such a weird game, right? Because it's a Metroidvania search action type game. And it's, so I love that. It's God of War. So I love that. It's not must play, right? It's not a must play game. I'm not all the way through it yet, so I'm not sure if it's very good or great. I think it's leaning more towards the very good range, which is not a bad thing, right? Like it's fun. Like I'm having a good time playing through it. There's there's one thing that just drives me fucking bananas playing through it, and I just don't. I'm a bunch of hours into the game, and I don't understand this design choice. In order to climb up ladders or ropes, you have to hit triangle. Like when you're jumping towards a ladder, if you press up, it doesn't do anything. You have to press up and triangle to grab the ladder or grab the rope or whatever to pull yourself up. And I find that just such a weird design choice. I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it just really fucking sticks in my craw, and I just don't care for it. It's weird. I don't know. Yeah, it just feels like I can't think, and maybe you can. I don't know if you can think of any games, Kris. Any games where you have to hit a button like that to climb up, like any. I know there are games where you have to hit buttons to jump onto the ladders and shit like that, but I can't think of any game that plays like a Metroidvania search action side-scrolling kind of thing where you have to do that, like in an action-focused game, right? I'm thinking of something like Flashback. You know, you have to hit buttons to do all types of shit, but that it's a very deliberately paced experience, whereas this is not. Is there anything are there any obvious candidates that I'm missing?
Nothing's springing to mind.
Right? I didn't think so either. But, like, how weird would it be? Like, but not, like, Metroid and Castlevania aren't very good comparisons because there's not a lot of ladders in either of them. It's just weird. It's not game ruining by any stretch of the imagination. It's just a weird thing. And the other thing is that in a lot of these games, right, like in Ninja Gaiden, in Shinobi, in The Messenger, in Castlevania, there's certainly the later Castlevanias that were more like blade focused or like non-whip focused games. A lot of the combat is centered around like combos and stuff. And I just don't love the spear as a weapon for combo-based action gameplay. You know, it just feels kind of clunky. I understand it's the weapon of the Spartan, right? Like it has to be a spear. He's not our Kratos yet. He doesn't have the Blades of Fury or the fucking axe or whatever. The spear is just not the most fun weapon in the world to use. But so far, I'm leaning in the like very good camp, which is fine. That's all it really needed to be.
Other than definition, very good is very good.
Other than that, yeah, right. I am almost done with Jaws Retro Edition. What a joyful, wonderful, man, that's fun. It's just good.
Yeah.
It's just good. I'm just enjoying my time with it. But I did play so far this week. And we've been doing other shit and whatever this week, so I haven't had as much time to jump into the Next Fest demos on Steam Deck as much as I would like to. But the three that I spent the most time with this week were the Scott Pilgrim EX demo, Dench Attack, and the Eternal Life of Goldman. So Scott Pilgrim EX I spent the least amount of time with because it's a Scott Pilgrim beat 'em up. I just really wanted to see how it felt as I played through it, and it felt exactly the way that you would want it to. It looked great, controlled great, the combos were really smooth, it sounded wonderful, the soundtrack is great. It's a Scott Pilgrim beat 'em up. Like, right now, listening to those words come out of my mouth, whether or not that is for you. There's really nothing that can be said either way to be like, to sway you. You're either a fan of beat 'em ups and Scott Pilgrim or you're not. I happen to be a huge fan of both of those things. I'm very much excited for this game. I did spend a lot more time with Dench Attack. So, do you remember Dench Attack, Kris? Do you remember seeing the trailer for this? This is the train, skateboarding, jet set radio looking fucking crazy thing.
Okay, yeah.
This game is so much goddamn fun. It is so insane, right? It is so insane. And it feels very much in that kind of jet set radio, jet grind radio, bomb rush cyberpunk. Like, not that it controls like those games at all, because it just doesn't. You're a train and you're doing tricks and you're jumping tracks and all of that. But it's got this really manic fucking energy and this really wonderful, bright, vibrant, funky art style. It's so much fun. It's not easy, right? There's a lot going on. You are moving at a pretty decent clip, and you've got a lot to manage. And what I was kind of surprised by but happy about is that you can jump off the track. You know, you're a train, so it doesn't force you, like it's not on rails, which I think would kind of ruin the overall experience if it was. You know, if you're going around and you're like jumping and you're like, I'm going to squeeze in a trick here or dodge an obstacle, whatever. And you mistime your jump or you do something wrong, you can go flying right off the track and have to, you know, start your run over. It's fucking wild. I don't know that there is any good way. Not that they play the same at all, but it feels very similar to how I felt when Katamari Damacy first came out. Of like, I'm going to say words to you, and they're going to sound real fucking dumb. So instead, I'm just going to give you a controller, and you're going to get it if you play it. Dench Attack feels very similar to that of like, it's a train, and you're like doing skateboard tricks kind of, and like you're power drifting around curves to build up speed to go off right. Like, all of that sounds fucking crazy. Here, take a controller, just play it and you'll get it. It just so fucking fun. Absolutely loved it. But the one that I was the most impressed with was the Eternal Life of Goldman. So you and I had both called this out a few times last year with all of the different showcases that we ended up watching. And this one was the hand-drawn, cartoon-looking, DuckTales-esque side-scrolling game where you're the old man bouncing on the fucking umbrella and using the umbrella to like solve environmental puzzles and all of that. And, you know, again, I played through this on my Steam Deck. Legit, this is one of the most gorgeous games that I've ever played through. This demo is about 90 minutes long. You get to experience a decent chunk of the opening story. There is some really clever design in this game that combines some like platforming elements with boss fights. There's one section where you have to make your way through. There's these weird, they almost look somewhat like flailing inflatable arm tube men, but they're definitely not as flailing. When you jump on top of them, when you jump, they kind of like rise up, but all of the ones of the same color are rising at the same time. And when you duck on them, they all kind of like sink down a little bit. And then there's like spikes up at the top of this part of the board. So you have to manage at when you jump, everything comes up with you. But if you jump too high, now you're up in the spikes, and you've got to kind of balance it as you make your way through this one little section, like a very interesting puzzling dynamic that also then gets later incorporated into a boss fight. I felt very similar to the first time that I played through Cuphead. And I was like, man, this game just looks so different and animates so well. And it's such a gorgeous game to look at. Like, apart from how much fun I'm having with the actual gameplay and whatnot. This Eternal Life of Goldman is just... It was a game that I was pretty sure I was going to like. Right. I was like, yeah, that looks for me. It's got some DuckTales-esque bullshit in it. It's, that looks like a game that I would be into. And man, it like instantly went to, yep, when is this coming out? Because I need this right now. And Tiff felt the same way, and Penn felt the same way, and Roddy felt the same way. This demo really, really fucking sold this game for us. It is absolutely gorgeous. If you have a computer and, or a way to access demos on Next Fest, you should absolutely download this demo for the Eternal Life of Goldman. Fucking stunning. I am so impressed with this game. I cannot wait to get this. So gorgeous. Yeah.
Okay. I'm happy. That's good.
Yeah. I'm into it.
Good for you. And good for you.
Good for you. Yeah, I've got a bunch of demos lined up to try and play through this week. There's just a bunch of really cool shit coming out, and I'm going to. I just didn't have time to get to it this week. I'm very interested in how I'm going to feel playing Vampire Crawlers, because there is a demo for that. So I'll be able to talk about that next week. There's another really cool game called Replaced. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm not going to go so far as to say I am looking forward to playing the demo for the Panzer Dragoon 2's Wii remake.
Oh my god, I played that. I forgot to write that down. I played that.
How was it? Because it looks fucking awful.
Imagine playing Panzer Dragoon 2. You remember the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie?
Yeah. Oh boy. This is going from bad to worse for me personally. Yeah, I do.
It's not that bad, but it's like they took that thing and removed all of its soul. Like it moves faster, but it feels slower. It's obviously more detailed, but feels less detailed.
It looks like garbage.
There's no soul in it. There's no real personality. It feels empty.
It looks empty. It looks flat.
I wound up watching. I watched this video from Good Vibes Gaming that explained why it felt so empty. Was because there's just a lot less going on. There's no real impact. Like, the sound design is very quiet and very there's no cool explosions when your lasers hit things. Your lasers don't make that very distinct, really cool sound. I literally forgot all about it until you mentioned it. I forgot it even existed. That's how forgettable it was. And Panzer Dragoon 2 is amazing. It's such a good game. And the House of the Dead remake was fine for the $2 that I paid for it. It was fine. But the Panzer Dragoon remake left a lot to be desired. Panzer Dragoon deserves so much better than this.
I mean, I'm looking at a screenshot.
So much better than this.
I'm looking at a screenshot right now of the dude on the dragon, a bunch of ships flying in the air, a bunch of rock formations that are sitting on top of the clouds. They are very clearly not coming through the clouds. There are no shadows anywhere. It just looks horrendous for a modern take on this. I don't understand.
Yeah, the Saturn version is better in every... Panzer Dragoon Orta for Xbox, that was released, 20 years ago?
I have
Panzer Dragoon.
It's great.
It looks better than this. Panzer Dragoon Orta, which was released in 2002.
For the original Xbox.
Looks in every way better than this. Like, that's not an exaggeration. Nothing to that effect.
It looks like...
If you play Panzer Dragoon Orta with any degree of upscaling to make it look decent on a high definition television, any at all, it looks better than this. Now, granted, Panzer Dragoon 2 remake looks a lot better than the Panzer Dragoon 1 remake, but these people need to keep their hands off of Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
I'm looking at just remembering Panzer Dragoon Orta. I'm looking at these pictures of Orta that it just has that personality. It has that detail that gives Panzer Dragoon its very specific soul. And this misses the mark so thoroughly. Yeah. I was just... I
gotta be honest.
Remember the part where you're playing on the Saturn version? You go over the cliff... and like your dragon first starts flapping its wings, and it's breathtaking.
There's a majesty to it. Yeah.
On Saturn, with the crispy, crunchy visuals and everything like that, the 32-bit blocky textures or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's breathtaking. No. I felt nothing playing this demo when that happened. Right. I was like, all right, this part's coming up. Just don't bother. Don't bother. I'm not going to buy it. I bought the physical version of the first Panzer Dragoon remake because I was like, well, come on. It's Panzer Dragoon. I have every Panzer Dragoon game except the Japanese Game Gear one. I have to get this. But I'm done. I'm just done. That Sega
what a fucking bummer.
That Sega let this company remake these games is fucking tragic. Yeah. Like, House of the Dead and Panzer Dragoon deserve so much better than this. Please just put the original versions out somewhere for people to play, because this is tragic. This is really unfortunate.
It's just crazy because like Panzer Dragoon is such a Sega-ass Sega game, right? Like it's just everything Sega. It's weird. It's niche as fuck.
It's very arcadey.
It's very arcadey. It's all of those things. But man, you're right. I'm looking at the Panzer Dragoon Orta screenshots, and
I'm sorry, I've been twitching my shoulder all evening, and I've been doing it all week. I feel like I need to pop my shoulder. It's driving me crazy. I swear I'm not insane. There's just something wrong with my shoulder. So I apologize for all the shoulder cracking this evening.
But yeah, this this just looks so much more. So much more. This just looks so much better. Good God, man. What a fucking disappointment. That sucks. All right. Well, I'll find something else to play. I'll find some other demo to download on the Next Fest. But yeah, that's all I got for this week. I am, when we're done here, I am probably going to run upstairs because I've been getting repeated text messages of like, hey, Dad, Monarch Season 2 premieres today. Hey, Dad, did you forget that Monarch Season 2? Hey, Dad, I know you're recording, but Monarch Season 2 has happened. I'm like, all right, fuck.
What exactly do you want me to do about that?
Yeah, like, you're right. It has happened. I'm going to, like... We'll get to it. I want, there's a bunch of stuff. I wanted to get to Tokyo Extreme Racer this week. I got to pay bills instead. So I'm not getting Tokyo Extreme Racer this week. I also really, really want to get to Resident Evil Requiem because, man, that is just looking like everything I want a Resident Evil game, a modern Resident Evil game to be. Looks gorgeous, all of that shit. Not getting to it this week. We'll see. Maybe at some point. Maybe.
Maybe. But not today.
Not today, Satan.
Oh, I need a new air fryer.
Okay.
My air fryer died. Just out of nowhere. Just fucking died. First, the light wouldn't turn on when you open up the door, and I was like, okay, because I had one of the ones that was like a door, not one of the little drawer ones. It was like a door, like a microwave. The light wouldn't go on. I was like, okay, that's no big deal. Except it also wouldn't turn off when you opened the door.
Not what you want? So it
just blasts hot air out of it when you're like, oh, okay, so this has no idea that the door is opening and closing. and then it just stopped working entirely. Like, the electronics just ceased to exist.
Isn't that a recent purchase?
It is a recent purchase. It's about 2 years old.
Okay, I thought so.
Big fat thumbs down from me. Will not be buying this one again. But now we need to look into getting a proper one because we've
what
grown
brand
quite reliant
was it?
on it.
Not
Bullshit.
a sponsor, obviously.
I believe the brand was Bullshit.
Oh,
let me see if I can find it. I don't actually remember, but let me check my. We bought it off Amazon, so I can probably go to my shopping history. Let's see, orders.
I just want to piss off potential sponsors. That's really what I'm looking for.
Here we go. It is the InSky, INNSKY, 10.6 quart air fryer oven with rotisserie and dehydrator. It's got 10,000 reviews and a 4.4 rating. And I would not agree with that. I mean, it worked great at first, but we actually turned out using the rotisserie not very often at all. It has this one of the selling points that you can put multiple shelves in it and air fry a bunch of things at the same time, except when you put 2 shelves in, one of the shelves won't cook because the air is literally being blocked by the other shelf. The air does not get to it. So the second shelf thing is completely fucking useless. You can't cook 2 shelves at a time. Is bullshit. This was not a great purchase, and I would not recommend it to anybody.
InSky, come here. Come in a little closer. If you'd like to continue to be a sponsor of this fine podcast, as you have been previously, you're going to make this right for my buddy Kris. He's got a family to feed. God damn it.
I do. John likes his chicken nuggets to basically be charcoal briquettes, and that takes a long time when you're cooking them in an oven or a toaster oven. Air fryer?
That's right.
15 minutes, we're ready to go.
15 minutes, we got fucking briquettes.
Exactly.
There you go. And you guys can't put that on the box now. I know we've been in conversations about 15 minutes. You got fucking briquettes. That was going to be right there on the packaging. Not any longer. Not until you make this right.
Damn right. Fucking disgusted. It's fucking embarrassing.
Fucking embarrassing. It's almost as bad as Cutman being taken down by a fucking tree. I'm done.
Absolutely.
I'm angry
disgraceful.
again.
Absolute disgrace.
Disgraceful. All right, say goodnight, Kris.
Good night, Kris. Hey! Sorry. Boy, I just got really tired.
I know. I've been trying to end this for you for like 3 minutes now.
But then I had to bring up air fryers because it's important, Dan. It's important, goddammit.
It is important. Fuck chicken nuggets, I think, is what we've all learned.
Also, I've really grown accustomed to reheating pizza in the air fryer. It's very good that way. It's as far as reheating pizza goes, air fryer gets it better than most other things.
I don't mind.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't mind the microwave, honestly, because I'm not looking for authentic pizza experience when I'm reheating pizza. Like
I just don't like what the microwave does to the cheese.
I get that,
especially when there's spinach involved. Like the last couple of weeks, I put spinach on the pizza. I love spinach on pizza. The problem is that the spinach, when you're reheating spinach and mozzarella together, the mozzarella turns into this just oily mass, like it's like a sludge. It no longer resembles cheese. It just decomposes. It's fucking terrible.
Not what you want.
No, it's not what I want at all. It's amazing when it's fresh. That first night, God, we did. It was shrimp, spinach, and tomato, and pesto. Oh God, it was good.
That
so good.
Is the most white person sentence you've ever fucking said in your entire life.
So good. That's our show. Join us next time for the Alphabet Super Series. It was my choice, and for the letter B, I have chosen Burning Rangers, yet another game that Forever Entertainment better not fucking touch. Because if you remake Burning Rangers the same way you're remaking fucking Panzer Dragoon and House of the Dead, I'm just going to cry. And you don't want that.
No. I do, but...
No. Not for that reason.
No.
We're on most social media platforms, and if you want to get in touch with us, we aren't very difficult to find. All it takes is a quick look at our show notes, and you'll see links to our social media accounts as well as all manner of other fun stuff like a link to our namesake, StoneAgeGamer.com, and more useful links than you can shake a joystick at. If you'd like to get early access to this show's episodes as well as a bevy of other shows on the Geekade Podcast Network, check out our Patreon, also linked to in the show notes. It helps keep this show running week after week, and all our patrons are loved and appreciated. This show's theme song, Squared Roots, was written by Banjo Guy Ollie. If you learn all about his wonderful music and more by following the link to his YouTube channel, also in the show notes. Finally, as always, we'd like to thank our intrepid editor, Evan, for making the show listenable for all you folks. We'd like to thank all you folks for listening in the first place. That is it. On behalf of Dan and myself, keep playing games.